Good morning. I hope you enjoyed your breakfast. My name is Moses Chule, and today I'd like us to talk a little about mental health and policing in Kenya. It has become a serious matter that asks for attention. And the World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. And I will say a disease is the opposite of health, because diseases surely do alter the normal harmony of the body. And mental health disorder is one such abnormality. Mental illness is described as the spectrum of cognitive, emotional, and behavioral conditions that interfere with social and emotional well-being and the lives and productivity of individuals. It can seriously impair temporarily or permanently the mental health of a person. The CDC explains that mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being, and it affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. My take is mental health and physical health are equally important components of our overall health. For example, depression increases the risk for many types of physical health problems, particularly long-lasting conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. The Kenya National Commission of Human Rights, in a report tabled in 2011, estimated that up to 25% of outpatients and up to 40% of inpatients in health facilities suffer from mental health conditions. A mental health policy blueprint by the government of Kenya, 2015-2013, contains sobering statistics. It said that 1 in every 4 people visiting outpatient health facilities in Kenya and 2 in every 5 inpatient care have mental conditions, including depression, attempted suicides, substance use disorder, bipolar disorder, and schizophrenia. It ranked depression. The World Health Organization ranked depression as the single largest contributor to global disability. That's about 7.5% of all years lived with disability in 2015. Anxiety is at the 6th. Depression also is the major contributor for suicides deaths, which number close to about 800,000 per year. That's overwhelming. The World Health Organization report ranked Kenya 5th among African countries with the highest number of depression cases. It further shows that Kenya did not allocate a separate budget for mental health. With a government expenditure that accounted to only 0.01% of the total budget. The Auditor General in 2017 on mental health showed that a whopping 22 out of 47 counties in Kenya do not have a psychiatric unit. There is only one national mental hospital, the Mathare National Hospital, where serious mental health patients are preferred. Here we have a chart that shows some of these statistics, like it has ranked suicide second in the leading causes of death among people between 10 to 29. It shows that we only have 62 psychiatrists in Kenya, serving a population of 47 million. There are less than 500 psychiatrists in the country. You have supplied some of the pamphlets. You can look at these statistics. In June 2021, a police officer in Gigiri, Nairobi County, Kenya, committed suicide on duty. August 2021, Njoro, Nakuru County, Kenya. Police officer shoots girlfriend dead and turns gun on himself. Then early in 2021, for several weeks, Kenyans are treated to an abandonment of a female officer named Kagogo, who shot a colleague in Nakuru, and later on that day, she also shot a man in Kiambu. These are just a few of the spike in police officers killing themselves and shooting their colleagues or family, friends. Kenya's population was reported at 47.6 during the 2019 census. In the same period, our biometric registration drive concluded that there are about 101 and 288 police officers in Kenya. That gives us a ratio of about 1 police officer to every 4,170 citizens. Some of the causes of mental health disorders include genetics, childhood trauma, stressful events, negative thoughts, unhealthy habits, drugs and alcohol abuse, environment. Living in a stressful environment can make you more likely to develop a mental health illness. Things like living in poverty or having an abusive family put a lot of stress on your brain and often trigger mental illness. Also, working in stressful conditions could push an individual to burst. For example, the law enforcers, who being humans just like us, they are the first responders. Don't forget to traumatic conditions. They are at higher risk of experiencing mental health problems. Police officers are much more likely to die by suicide than they are to be killed in the line of duty. Stress pushes police officers into drug and alcohol abuse, which can trigger suicides and homicides. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Hilary Mutyambai, said, "While it is true that every person experiences stress and trauma, the disciplined service is unique in that whenever they go out of their day-to-day activities, they encounter scenarios and incidences that are stressful and traumatic, leaving emotional wounds in their hearts even as they continue providing safety and security of the citizens." The doctor in charge of the chaplaincy psychosocial support at Kenya Police Officer Dr. Vincent Makori says that mental health is generally a human problem and it is not talked so much about on others than it is on police because they are special service providers that are required to be focused, sober and normal in order to provide proper services. Mental illness and policing in Kenya is quite something that really needs serious reflection from all stakeholders. In a report recently, shows that there are about 213 police hospitalized with mental illnesses. 4 of them are females and 9 of them are males. You can understand because males have like the whole society in their shoulders. They're expected to provide for their families. Currently in Kenya, not much research has been conducted to look at the mental well-being on law enforcement. So the trend is changing as the president of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta, in 2019, by an executive order, declared mental health a national disaster and established a mental health task force to assess Kenya's mental health systems, including the legal, policy, and administrative environment, to identify areas that many may benefit from reform for optimal delivery. The journey towards transforming mental health care system in Kenya gathered momentum on July 9, 2021, following the launch of the Kenya Mental Health Action Plan 2021-2025. The Ministry of Health Chief Administrative Secretary Dr. Mercy Mwangangi unveiled the 74-page document and pointed out that mental health remains an integral pillar in the country's health system and socio-economic development. She called the concerted efforts to boost mental health care systems through investment, dedication and planning for resources, coordination, offset, awareness creation and advocacy. She also noted that the task force report on mental health in the country found glaring gaps in mental health systems, and therefore the plan will address these challenges by setting out targets to decrease mental health care financing through various mechanisms, including through the universal health coverage. The future looks bright, and I hope you guys have a lengthy discussion to bring out the challenges that are facing this gigantic problem that we have to bring down. We have to do proper research. We have to bring up proper policies, financing, and employ enough professionals to help our police force. Thank you, and I wish you we're going to have a successful engagement on this.